you seen that, and what have you seen from Will through, I guess, 8 days now that makes you think that he's taking the right steps?
Yeah, absolutely. He's you can feel kind of his fifth-year presence when he steps onto the field, gets in the huddle, takes command of it, lets everybody know their assignments and what they got. Kind of like a field general out there, so has tremendous confidence in his ability. So that bleeds out throughout the entire offense, and we're able to play fast.
Is he more like that than he was in spring?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's something, you're in a new environment. You got to get accustomed to the people. You got to get accustomed to the new offense. So it's all coming with time, and he just continues to get better and better every practice.
Mike, how much further does that put y'all ahead, though, in this camp? Because last year there was a battle for the starting job at quarterback between two guys who had never started. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
How much further ahead do you feel like y'all are in that regard? Because even Devin's been through it,
Yeah, I would say, every offense that you come into with each new year has to find its own identity. So there's still those growing pains with every single offense. So it's not always easier, because you got to find your stride in a sense.
Yeah.
But we definitely feel their seniority impact the offense in a positive way.
And you personally, where have you seen Jeremiah Smith grow in this camp? I mean, obviously he's had all these accolades, et cetera, and people gushing about him before y'all even started camp and stuff. But where have you seen him actually make some growth?
Probably just his mental, just his ability to, take in the good with the bad, and kind of consume the playbook, and growing his knowledge of the game. Because as a freshman, when you come in, that's something that you may lack a little more than your physical ability, especially for someone like Jeremiah. He has all the physical tools you might need. So it's kind of catching up that mental game, and it can be hard as a freshman because there's so much stuff flying over your head, especially with all the praise he's receiving. But he's taking it the best way he can, and he's doing great.
Yeah, and you and Marvin seem to embrace even the competitive nature of these practices, right? Have you seen him do that? I mean, he's not going against high school corners anymore. He's going against Denzel and Jermaine and Iggy and all those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to recruit guys with that dog mentality. It's not really something you're going to want to teach them. It's going to be something that you hope they already have, and he definitely has that. He has that competitive spirit, that competitive nature. So it definitely shows when going a bit against bigger talent.
Yeah, I know you guys don't care like big picture how you guys score points, who gets yards, whatever. But this offseason seems like there's been a renewed concentration / focus on the run game, and maybe this is going to be a run-first offense. Do you guys in the receiver room take offense to that? Do you take umbrage to that?
I mean, we don't. We got to see how everything stacks up when we put it on the field. But I mean, a run-first offense opens up big lanes for the passes. You got to take the safeties low. You got to do all that type of stuff. So it's less about who gets the touches, and more about how we can capitalize on opportunities that we're given. So.
Do you agree that people are right for thinking that this offense could be that way, or is it like, hey, look at our receiver room, we're still pretty darn good?
I mean, you can take it any way you want. We have the best running backfield in the entire nation, and we have the best receiver unit in the nation. So we're kind of jack of all trades. So.
You've been moved around the offense in the past, done different things, motions, different creative ways to get open. But has that increased any now that Chip Kelly is here, or is it kind of the same as it's been in previous years?
I'll probably stay away from talking about scheme stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What was it that Jeremiah did that you think enabled him to be an Iron Buckeye for you guys?
Just coming in every single day and competing. That's really what we're challenged to do as Buckeyes. When we walk into the weight room with Coach Make, you're supposed to be there and show out every single day, and you're not allowed to have a step back. You're not allowed to have an off day. He took care of all his, the non-negotiables of this program. He was never late. He made his weight every single day. He gave his 100% effort, and at the end of the day, he was just winning a lot of competitions and just grinding. So, yeah.
Michael, I know last year you and Mark raved a lot about Brandon and Cardell.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon didn't get a chance to do a lot this spring.
Mm-hmm.
What stood out to you, even when he wasn't on the field this spring, that make you think that he can be a legitimate impact player for you guys?
Well, yeah. First and foremost, he got voted on by his peers to the leadership committee on our team, which is a group of about 16 to 20 of our guys who the team looks to as leaders. So obviously, you can see how people think of him on this team. They think highly of him, and he comes in every day. He has a very fiery, competitive nature. And he puts in really hard work in and days out. So even though he hasn't seen the field too much yet, we have no concern that when he does step onto the field, he's going to make a great impact.
He's only been here a year. He got here last summer. What about him? Like, garners that respect from guys that he can be on the leadership committee after 3 365 days like that?
Yeah, just his ability to be able to, talk a good game, but also back it up. Not in the sense of playing football, but more in the sense of we're going to be the hardest working team on the field. We're going to go in, day out. I'm gonna beat you even when I don't feel healthy, even when I don't feel good, all that type of stuff. It's all a mentality.
Emeka, from far away, it looks like Milan, not just with number 5, but kind of moves a little bit like young Garrett does.
Right.
You were here with Garrett. Like, do you see that in him? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to compare him to the number 10 overall pick, but
Mhm.
do you see that a little bit in the way that he can shift around?
Yeah, he definitely is very fluid about the way he moves, and we see it in his his routes and his releases. So when all the wide receivers are in the film room and he's getting crafty, he's doing all this body movement stuff. It's like, okay, we could see he got a little something to him. So it's just about bringing him along. He wasn't, he just got here. It's his first year here, kind of building along. There's steps you got to take, but he's definitely trending in the right direction.
Emeka, a lot of teams get talent, but for whatever reason, you guys seem to develop the receivers better than anyone. What goes on out there that somehow helps Ohio State keep placing guys in the NFL?
We played Denzel, Davison Ibanosa, Jermaine Matthews, Jordan Hancock, Lathan Ransom, Caleb Downs. That's really what it is. It's BIA getting us better every single day. So tremendous credit to the defense and the ability to be able to develop corners like that. It's just good on good every single day. That's the way you get better. So.
How much more difficult is it to get open right now than it was your sophomore year?
I mean, we definitely have a strong secondary, I would say, this year. But it's not just their talent that makes them special. It's their ability to go hard every single day. They show up every single day with a competitive nature, and we're going back and forth on the field every single day. Maybe bickering and spitting at each other a little bit, but it's all love at the end of the day. And we appreciate them for getting us better.
Last question. Emeka, you do a lot of things this offensive have done with your whole career. Brandon seems like a guy who can do so much, whether move around, whether it's jet sweeps or anything. You see kind of that same versatile build in Brandon as kind of some of the things you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon, he came up, played running back for a lot of his life, played a little quarterback here and there. Now he's a receiver. He can do a lot of different things. So we just try to put him in a position where he can be the most successful. And the position that makes him the most successful is just the ball in his hands. So we try to do that for him and a bunch of other guys in the program who thrive with that.
All right, Emeka, thank you.
Appreciate it.